Yes, good evening to you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you are loud and clear. Am I
Ye-
audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay,
Can I ask you how you pronounce your name so that I didn't get it wrong?
sure. It's Janil. Janil.
Okay, Janil. So,
Yeah,
hi, Janil. My name is Kungsi Liu. You can just call me Kungsi. I hope it's okay with you.
I hope your lot is here. Yeah, Kungshi. All right. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you too. All right. So, is there anything you want to talk about in particular today?
Nothing in general, Kungshi. Like the thing is, I'm an English teacher, so I just like
Yeah.
to talk to people in English, and
All
I'm a
right.
so yeah. Like English is a big part of my life. So we can go with the yeah. You can ask me anything, and even I'll come up with some questions.
All right, so so it's good to know about you, and I didn't expect you to be an English teacher.
Yeah.
That's a surprise to me. Not in any offensive way, but it's very good to know. So, can you tell me about yourself? Like, what do you enjoy or anything?
When it comes to English, like I often tell that I can teach English till the cows come home. So, like for me, it's, English, like the classes starts from early in the morning till late night. I work from Monday to Friday, and on Saturday, like I teach for like 2 hours at my workplace. And yeah, I've been like doing it for like 7 to 8 years. It's been that long. And I'm a YouTuber as well, so I make a lot of podcasts with clapping your tutors like you and foreigners like Americans, Britishers, Canadians, Australians. So that's also I do. So these are some of the things that I do. And when it comes to English, it changed my persona. Once I embarked on this journey,
Mm.
uh, like it had a big impact on me. So yeah, I always cherish speaking in English, learning about English, talking to people in English, and I tell my students the same thing that always that never rest on your laurels. Always make sure that you do something in context of English. So
Mm-hmm.
I always keep on learning and I always keep on teaching.
Yeah, so 7 to 8 years is a long time, and I think maybe who knows, you're like probably a much better speaker than I am. So
Yeah,
maybe today I'll be the one learning from you. So um I since you mentioned that you have YouTube sessions with Clap and Go, so like what's your motive, behind getting with Clap and Go? Like what motivated you? Like what?
To me, like-minded people like you, Kongshi, who is like fascinated about English. As you are an English tutor, I'm sure you must have some sort of love towards English language. So I want to meet people. I want to learn something from that. It's not like I know all the things. So
Mhm.
yeah, sometimes I learn one or two things out of tutors as well. And yeah, that's the purpose. As I told you that on weekends I don't take any classes. So during that time, I need someone with whom I can talk to in English. I guess that's the primary goal over there.
All right. So I believe you I think you do enjoy like talking a lot since you do take
Yes.
classes like the entire week, and then so you tutor from like Monday to Friday, and then on the weekends you're talking to someone else. So that's a very, intensive week, because I would imagine to introverts, people who don't speak a lot, that's like a lot of talking, just you're into a language and then you're talking the entire week, you're teaching and you're learning. So that's
Yeah.
great. That's wonderful to know. And um, you mentioned that you also talk with, foreigners, and so do you have more of like foreign students, or do you have more students from India itself?
I have students from India and from Dubai. And when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to foreigners, those are some of my friends with whom I make podcasts so that my learners can like learn how to, how to listen to different accents. As our people, like I mentioned, from different countries, their accents are different, their lives
Mm-hmm.
are different, their work experiences, everything is different. So I want to bring not only like the aspect of English, but like I want to share with my audience the culture, kind of thing, like the cultural knowledge.
Yes,
So
yes. Yeah,
yeah.
that's great. That's wonderful. And uh, what would you say is like so different about, different, because I assume that you do different students, like, who come from different backgrounds, who have different accents. So like, what is something that, you could share about like, different students that you have experience with, from students who are from Dubai or like from friends you speak with, who do podcasts with you, like what is some differences that you have noticed, something that you would like to share?
Like when it comes to my students, all of them are mostly working professionals. So
Mm-hmm.
they learn like primarily to get success, to get growth in their career. Some of them
Mm-hmm.
are from IT field, so they have to communicate with foreign clients. Somehow they are not able to do it. They feel a lot of hesitation. They feel like they fumble a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, because of that, they learn English from me, and yeah, those two my students are amazing. They are really passionate. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
really grateful that my students share the same amount of interests that I have in terms of English. So yeah, I don't have to tell them, that I don't have to teach them the significance of English. That's the main thing. They already
Yeah.
know about it. It makes my job a lot easier.
That's wonderful. I enjoy that, people who love English, though they come from different backgrounds, they have different accents, and despite all that, we can, still communicate. That's wonderful, right? And also you mentioned that you have a YouTube channel, right? So what's your, the majority of your audience like? What's your account about? Like is it all about, like English, or do you vlog sometimes? What's the majority of your content like?
Like my content is English with Janil. That's the name of my YouTube channel.
Uh,
And um, audience, I guess it's not similar. It's I guess heterogeneous. So there like people are from different parts and like yeah. And when it comes to content, I make podcasts like I told you about life experiences and like the trials and tribulations faced by my guest, their life
mm.
stories. So, like it has to be, it's meaningful, it's intellectual. So, yeah, that kind of stuff I try to like make create.
All right. So for the sake of your channel, like if let's say I'm a student who is, going I'm having trouble, in let's say I go to university and then I have trouble talking with understanding what my teacher or professor may be talking about. And I want, something, a tip or some tricks that can help me understand my teachers better. What would you suggest to, students in college or in schools to maybe be able to grasp, the English that is spoken English? Because at that time, their life, at present, they can't, just pause and, go Google up meanings. And so the conversation is flowing. So what would you suggest to students like that?
Tips and tricks, I would say that try to breathe this language no matter what you do. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you have to make sure that English is in your surrounding, whatever you do. Like if you watch something, try to watch it in English, listen in English, listen to podcasts, read in English. So it's a process, and people are a little bit, they don't have the patience while
Mm-hmm.
embarking on this journey. Like they are under the impression that they can master this language in 3 or 4 months. So that's the biggest misconception about this language, that you can master it in 3 or 4 months, and people join the class on the basis of that assumption. So I would tell them it's not like a piece of cake that you can learn it. If that was the case, everyone would be an English teacher. So it takes a lot of time, and it also depends upon like the burning desire. A lot of people they don't have the burning desire. Sometimes they practice, sometimes they don't. So it's not like that. Even when you feel like you don't want to practice, you have to practice.
Yeah, so that's great advice, and I really relate to what you say because English, some people they know English, they read English, They can read, they can understand when they listen, they know, but like when it comes to spoken English, without practice, it doesn't come naturally to you. So practice definitely makes a difference. And I had also come across this thought that, um, I read it somewhere that you have to think in English.
Yeah.
So that definitely makes sense because like a lot of people come from different backgrounds. Obviously, they are very used to their own language, and in their mind, they could be thinking things in their own language, and then when it comes out, you can't translate it, in the way that you think if it's not in English. So if I were to think in Hindi and then I just had to, translate, it cannot be the same all the time, right? So there are so many nuances, so many differences that you have to take in consideration while you translate. And so that struck me when I read it, like, you think in English. That's a very wonderful, advice to give to someone too.
Uh, you hit the nail right on the head. I forgot about that one, to think in English. Yeah, because
Yeah,
look, there are multiple benefits of it when you think in English. You won't feel the criticism because you would be talking to yourself, so there won't be the any. You won't feel embraced, or what people would think of me, because you are doing it to yourself. So
definitely.
there won't be a room for judgment or anything like that. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the best thing if people can do. Immediately try to think in English. Initially, you have to pressurize your mind, but once you are
Mm-hmm.
familiar with it, once you get comfy, I guess it's gonna be really, great, impeccable once you do that.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Because like, it obviously it wouldn't be an easy start because you would be tuned to your own language. But then once you get into it, I think it would be wonderful and it will take you miles to where you're
Definitely.
going. It's
True.
definitely gonna help you out. All right. So, um, is there something, that students that you have interacted with who make a common kind of mistake, something they tend to, fall a trap, that a misunderstanding, I would say misunderstanding or a misconception that they have, a particularly common mistake that they make that you want them to work on?
Some common mistakes, I would say that pronunciations, they make a lot of mistakes pronouncing certain words. So yeah, it's like most of the students make mistakes, and like when it comes to pronunciations. So that's one thing. Then sometimes, like the Indians, we have thick accent, so I have to
Mm-hmm.
neutralize their accent as well. So in terms of that, also I have to work really hard. Grammatical mistakes, they tend to make mistakes while when they speak. Sometimes we tend to use ing too much, without having the need of it. So these are some of the things that I always have to, rectify. I always have to remind them that don't repeat these mistakes.
Yes, yes, definitely. With, any given language, so someone is learning it, and I assume that, pronunciation would be obviously the biggest mistake that they make because when you're completely new to it, like if I were to go and learn French, I'm pretty sure like 80%, 90% of my spoken like French would be terrible. And that what they correct would obviously be my pronunciation at first.
Yeah,
So of course, like they have that's something that requires a lot of practice, intense practice that
definitely.
we would have to watch, I think familiarizing yourself with shows, TVs, movies, like podcasts and stuff like that would be very helpful with that, right? Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
So we're running with time. So is there
No, it's not Kungshi, because I have two sessions with you, so the next session
oh
will also be with you. So
all
we can
right. So
talk till 7:40, I guess.
right. So okay, the 7:40 session is with you also. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Right. So uh do you want to like continue
Sure.
the
Like, tell me something about yourself. What kind of things do you like to do in your downtime?
all right. So okay, so for me, I enjoy painting, and I'm very into art these days,
Oh,
at
great.
least. So yeah, so I love listening to music, and painting, that would be my go-to for now. So if you told me like I have the entire day free, I don't have to think about anything, and you would have me, go do whatever I want. I would pick up some paintbrushes, a big canvas, and I'd be off for hours.
Oh, that's fascinating. And I guess you can earn your bread and butter by it also. Like it's demanding. Like I used to have a neighbor. He was a great painter. He used to charge like he was a professional painter. Now he lives in France. He went to France for his abroad studies, and now he's settled over there. So he was a
Mhm.
like full-time professional painter, and he used to make astonishing paintings all the time. And
Definitely.
people would pay money for it. So, like, do you ever think about that thing? Like, do you ever wish to be a full-time painter kind of thing?
For me, I'd say no, because first of all, I don't think I have the skills to go that far. And also for me, it's something that, has stuck with me with regard to painting and art and things that I like is that I don't want to commodify it. Like,
Oh,
I would want it to be something that I enjoy. And, if I want people to enjoy it as well, then it would be something I'd share, out of that common ground that we like something. But I wouldn't, probably go and try to make money out of it. If
okay,
we were living in, this idealistic world where we don't have to fight for money, we don't have to go out of our way and, earn, for our living. But that's a very idealistic way of speaking. But yes, I do not think of making money out of painting
got it,
and stuff like that. At least for my side, no.
got it. And who are the painters that you look up to or admire?
Okay, so I I really like this artist called Jean Michael Bas or something, but I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
It's
But
John, I guess. Jean. John.
yes, yes, yes. I think I am pronouncing it wrong, but
John
yes,
Michael Baskate, I guess. Or
yes, yes, yes. So his art is like, something that just catches my eye.
yeah, wow. I really don't know how to I always think like when painters they stand in front of a painting and they tend to mull over or like they tend to think about what the artist is trying to convey. I think like what the painters are like thinking and what the people are thinking about the painting. Do you ever do that? Stand in front of a painting and try to analyze it?
Yes, well, there's so many, aspects of this because this is I would say it's a very, very fascinating process. Like you if like while just looking at a painting, like imagine if I had a painting in front of me, I'm looking at it and I try to take the position, the perspective of, the painter, and I'm trying to think from their perspective, what must be going on in their head, what is this painting trying to portray? And at the same time, if I am standing in front of a blank canvas and I'm trying to paint something, I also, go and think like, what am I trying to give on my canvas? What am I trying to put down? What are my thoughts? Like, what's going on in my head? So, what am I trying to paint? And that I believe is certainly something a lot of painters and a lot of art lovers do. Like, you get into your head, and in this busy life, in this busy schedule that we have daily, like it's not something you get to do very often. No? You just get in touch with your thoughts, you get inside and you're just painting away, you're putting down your thoughts, and it's a very fascinating thing. I believe like a lot of people do that, and I also do that.
Wow. Yeah, great. Can you make portraits? Can you make sketch portraits?
I cannot. I'm terrible at that. So like I said, so painting is something that I just do out of, just
Okay.
fun.
But
So
I guess if you had more time, you would be able to like do like a professionally without even selling it, but you'll get mastery over it, right?
yes, definitely. Of course, just like English, it's practice. So
Hmm.
practice makes
Wow.
perfect. You get somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Nice. Intriguing.
And what about you? Apart from English, do you have any other hobbies that, you like to
Uh,
get?
yeah, I'm crazy about films and movies, so I tend to watch a lot of English films and series. So yeah, that's what I plan to do. After our conversation, I'll watch some movies or like series. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what I do. And like in my spare time, I have to make materials about English. So yeah, sometimes if I come across any informative things or informative video about English, I jot it down in my book. So
All
that's
right. Is there any particular movie or series that you're into like these days?
these days I'm watching, like I watch a series called Everybody Loves Raymond. It's a
Okay.
family light-hearted series. So yeah, it's quite funny. It's hilarious, I would say that. So it really helps me in relieving releasing stress and all. So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I tend to watch that one. Yeah. So that's
So
what it is.
okay, there's a question that I would like to ask you. Let's like you're watching a series or a movies or a movie that you're just as a mode of relaxing, and as an English teacher, you're teaching like 5 days a week, and let's say you're just watching, and then do you automatically or subconsciously without knowing just get into the teacher mode, and you're like looking at a movie, and then you just have this thinky like that, okay, that's what I have to go like do in my class, like I can give this as an example, this is something I can refer to. Do you do that, like
Yeah,
does it just
that's a
happen?
nice question. Wow. Yeah, that mode is always on. Uh, and that mode is, yeah, how I started watching films, like when I was learning this language, at that time I used to watch it for the sake of learning. But now it's entertainment also, and I try to, like also learn, like again, I try to learn it. And I
Mm-hmm.
also try to observe it, how they pronounce the word. So it's amalgamation of things. It's not so like you said, teacher mode is
Mm-hmm.
always there. That's yeah.
That's amazing because like you enjoy, you're getting your work done. It's a lovely process, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I think this is it for our session right now. And do we continue? Can we continue this at the 7:40 session?
Oh, 7:40? No, it's from 7:20 to 7:40. Wait, let me see.
Because I have like received a different link for the 7:40 session.
Look, 7:20 and 7:20 to 7:40. It's the same link. It's the same. Do you know Rishit?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so here's my guy. Yeah, so link is same. We can carry on with this link. Don't worry about it.
All right, all right. So I'll take this as a 6:40 to 7:40 session, right?
Uh, no, the one is 7 to 7. Yeah, I
Oh
guess.
yeah, 7 to 7:40, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
7 to 7.
So sorry with that.
All right, yeah, happens.
Okay, so let's jump
This
back.
like how many sessions have you taken so far?
So this is like for today, this is my second session.
Okay, and
Yeah.
when did you join?
So I'm still new to this platform. So
Okay, yeah, I know
yeah.
that. You are kind of newbie. Yes. So nice, great. And how was your first session? Was it with a like YouTuber or like with a learner?
It was with a YouTuber.
Was he or she good enough to be like a YouTuber? Like, what's your take on like if you had to give
Well,
that?
I don't know if I could be the judge of that, but of course, anyone who would love to YouTube has the right to YouTube, and I think they're okay. They can do well.
Okay, all right, great.
So, like you were saying, movies and films, like, uh, what's your biggest thing that what do you judge movies on? Like, what's the line? Like, what if you were to decide like what's the best movie for you? What if you had to like put a scale on like these movies, I like these movies and these I don't. So, on what basis do you judge them?
Like when it comes to genre, I don't admire or like I don't cherish the drama genre, like historical films or something like that. So I'm not really into those kind of films.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like if I want to watch something, uh, that compels me to put on my thinking cap, then I would watch something like suspense, thriller,
Mm.
psychological films. If I want to do like simply, I want to relax, then I'll go with comedy or romance.
Mhm.
So it really depends on the scenario and the situations.
All right. So, what's your go-to genre?
Go to genre, I would say action. Action.
That's nice. Even
Definitely.
I enjoy like action, like a lot of action and less thinking.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the best part about it. And also, like, I'm crazy, when it comes to fitness and all. So
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch, people who are kicking ass and who are like physical and doing exercise and all. So that also gives me motivation to
Mm-hmm.
keep on continuing with my process.
That's, amazing about films, they educate you, they help you, they give
If
you
you want, what's the
motivation.
right ones? Yeah.
Yeah. So very well rounded. So since you're into fitness and stuff, are you into sports? Like do you do any kind of sports?
Uh, I teach yoga in the morning,
All
so
right.
that's what I do. Yeah. So I'm not into sports, but yoga. Yeah, I would say that. So yeah, I try eat clean, do yoga, sleep at a reasonable amount of time, I guess. Yeah. So my life is kind of disciplined. I don't do
Mm-hmm.
anything that is harmful for my body. So yeah, I stick to that thing. Sometimes I eat not junk food, but something like delicious food. So that is also like it has to be home cooked. So
Mm-hmm.
like that.
So do you cook on your own or
No, I live with my parents. I guess.
uh
So like my mother, she like all other mothers, she cooks finger licking good food.
mothers are amazing like that. I have to agree there.
Yeah. So because of her, I can manage my work life
Mhm.
hectic schedule and all, because I don't have to think about anything else. I
Yes, yes.
focus on my work, so it makes life a lot easier.
Would you be into cooking though? Like if you had the time.
I was like during the COVID, I learned a lot of things from my mother. Even I can make
Mhm.
chapatis, the wrong ones. You know,
Yes, yes.
yes, I can do that. I can survive. Like if I
Mm.
would be in any another country and if I have to cook for myself, I can do that.
All right. Okay. So, okay, since we're on the topic of food, like what cuisine do you prefer? Like, do you like
Cuisine, I guess not any cuisine, but I'll go with dosas.
South
Yeah,
Indian?
yeah, that one. So yeah, I tend to consume it whenever, like twice in a month or something. So that's
Mm-hmm.
my, I guess, go-to food when it comes to yeah, favorite food, I guess.
Mm. I'm not very exposed to South Indian food, but
Where do you
I,
belong
I
to, Tunchi?
I'm from Northeast India, Manipur.
Nice. Yeah.
Have you met people from around Northeast India?
Yes, I have. I have like through virtual platforms. Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay, okay. So I hope you get to meet people, in around you.
Yes, yeah. And
Maybe they'll
how's the
be
weather right now in Manipur?
uh weather is like it depends, like, from for different places. Like Northeast India is like a big place, and so with different states they have different, even within a state, like if it's a hilly
Oh,
area, it tends to be colder there.
got
Yeah.
it. Makes sense. And are you pursuing your bachelor's or master's?
I'm working on my bachelor's right now.
Yeah, yeah. Nice, nice, great.
Uh, I have a question for you. Like, did you also like pursue bachelor's, in English or
Yes, I did.
uh
Uh, Even 11th, 12th, I did it in arts, like so it
mm-hmm.
was my major, even in these standards as well. And I did my bachelor's in English, master's in English. I completed 1 year of PhD in English. So, yeah,
That's a lot of English.
yeah,
Yeah, life revolves around English.
yes.
Um, okay, so during all your years of English, like let's say when you, especially when you come out from school and then you get into college, you're, introduced to masters and all. So academic English is very different from, the normal, the everyday spoken English, right? So how did you, like, manage, how did you get into academic English? And like, for let's say an advice for students, what is your, take? Like, how would you go about academic English?
It was tough initially, after completion of my school, I had to work really hard because I didn't learn a single it would be a little bit of exaggeration, but I didn't learn like how to speak in English in school. So I
Mm-hmm.
was not able to speak one sentence. So I had to join the spoken English class and all. But it was painful. It was sometimes frustrating, but now I can see it was completely worth it.
Definitely, definitely. From that's very amazing to know, learn that from not being able to speak, English to becoming an English teacher is like it's amazing. Like
Mhm.
that's wow, like it's a big achievement and congratulations on that.
Appreciate that, and I'm damn sure that if my younger self could be, if I could go back in past and if I could tell him that at
Mm-hmm.
the age of 27 you would be like this, he would not believe it. So that's also
That's
something different, that
that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you, You've come a great way.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, and to all the students who would be, learning English from you, I sure hope that, they also get somewhere, and I'm sure they will. They have a great English teacher in front of them, and I'm sure they will learn a lot from you.
Kungshi, what about you? Like, like how do you try to elevate your skills in English? Like, what are the ways that you do?
Right. So since I'm doing my bachelor's right now, and we have a lot to read, so so a lot of the day goes by just reading a lot of academic texts. So for me, my go-to, my easiest, the way that I would, it's easy for me to learn is like when I'm reading, so if I come across a word that I don't understand, I search up the meanings and then I try to look for ways that it can be used. And let's say I come across a word and then I try to look for synonyms. And then I'm like going around the word, like, sentences, examples, where to use, how can I use, and what are the other words, what are the opposite words. So, and then I try to learn it and I keep a separate, notepad, where I can jot these things down.
Wow.
So that's my way. And when I take notes, I try to do it in different colors, So, okay, so
Mhm.
these colors are for meanings, these are for
Wow.
examples. So that helps a lot. And so next time I come across the same word somewhere, like, even if I don't remember, I know that I searched it up, so I can go back and okay, where are my notes?
Wow.
I do that, and it's not easy. It definitely takes a lot of your time, but it's helpful. You get somewhere with that.
Tell my same students to do the things that you do because I also do it that way. I've curated 4 books, like handwritten books. So I jot
Hmm.
down everything. Nothing is on my mobile or laptop. I make notes, I highlight it, and
Hmm.
that's how I try to, do it. And that's how it gets registered in my mind.
Mm.
I tell the students the same thing. Don't type it on your laptop. Write it in books so that you will remember.
So what you were saying is definitely true, and I definitely would recommend that to your students as well, because there's something about writing it down yourself, you write in English, you think in English, you speak in English. It's wonderful. Like you write it down, it something about moving your hand and doing it on your own. It registers in your body. So that's definitely you're doing the right thing.
So, and on that note, Kungshi, I guess let's call it a day. I won't go
Yes.
any longer. It was phenomenal having this conversation with you, and I guess break a leg with your clapping go journey.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, take care.
All right, you too. Thank you so much for today.